Kilo 9 Ocean America, over.
Yes, sir, my dyslexia is playing havoc at the moment. Kilo 9 Oscar Alpha, roger, roger.
Oscar Alpha, roger, roger. Roger, roger.
We get it there. Okay, Oscar Alpha, where are you located, sir?
Okay, Oscar Alpha, where are you located, sir? I am in Madison, Wisconsin, over.
All right, sir, and what's the name there?
All right, sir, and what's the name there? Yeah, my name is Clark, Charlie, Lima, Alpha, Romeo, Kilo. And I have your call, but I don't have your name, over.
Yes, sir, name here is Jim, Juliet, India, Mike, roger.
Yes, sir, name here is Jim, Juliet, India, Mike, roger. All right, real. Yeah, I'm copying the S9 today, over.
Yes, sir, and I've got a substitute. Usually I'm running a Milford SDR, and today they're not operating, so I'm somewhere in Massachusetts, and it's got a heavy bottom end, more so than what, most of these SDRs are rolling out at about 200 cycles, but this one seems to be down to, I don't know, but it's really, I think it's maybe just too heavy. So, I usually try to get back to my local antenna. But anyway, Clark, as in Clark Kent, Superman, what radio are you running today, sir?
Superman, what radio are you running today, sir? Yeah, very good, Jim. KC9VKV, this is K9OA, and I am running a Kenwood TS-890S that I just acquired 1 week ago today, and I'm using an MC60 microphone, which I realize is probably not the best, and it's basically all in the stock configuration, so I thought I'd run it by you, over.
Alrighty, why don't you give me about 10 seconds and tell me about your antenna system, and let me look around and see if I can find a better path.
About your antenna system, and let me look around and see if I can find a better path. Alright, yeah, the antenna is favoring the southeast, so it's probably not the best antenna for Massachusetts, over.
Yeah, I've got somebody that's trying to tune about 1.5K to 2K off frequency. I don't know why they're doing that, but they sure are, raising havoc. Please, it's not nice to tune, on an active frequency. So I'm sure that's going to do a lot of good. Anyway, Clark, I think you were on my local antenna, but I was getting heavy QRM. Come back and tell me what you like about your radio, and let me see if our good friend is still doing whatever they were doing.
Yeah, I think they've stopped, at least for right now. Well, I'd say the favorite thing about this radio, hands down, it's the best receiver I've ever used, and I've used quite a few over my 45 years in ham radio, over.
Yes, sir, Clark. I have you on my local antenna, and you look fairly unprocessed on your audio, transmit audio. So I suggest our setup procedure will get you a lot fatter. And it starts with the thought about you being in that 100 to 2900 transmit bandpass. Make a note of that to check that later. You want to be in the 100 to 2900 bandpass transmit mode, Roger. And so let's move on with the setup. Starts with you engaging your compressor at a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, depending on how your compressor is labeled. We just want a third of it, a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100. Roger?
Roger. Yeah, that's about exactly where it is right now on the meter, about 3 out of 10, over.
Yes, sir. Okay, now move to your ALC with mic gain in hand, and as you say the magic word audio, just say it, but don't stress it necessarily. Just say it as you would say any other word in a QSO, and use that audio, stretch it out, and use it as a human test tone to set your ALC at 2/3 by way of mic gain control.
Audio. Yeah, I had to bring it up a little bit to get it to 2/3. Over.
All right, so 2/3 is that sweet spot where you want to be. Roger, Roger?
Roger.
All right, and what I want you to do is, to leave that out for a period of maybe a couple of weeks. And you've got to have something to do as you're talking, and so just keep an eye on your ALC, and you want to keep it in that sweet spot, and you can do that by your voice. And over a period of time, you will develop a relationship between yourself and your ALC to where you'll be able to keep that exactly where it needs to be. Roger?
Roger, and it's certainly a lot easier to do that with some compression on than without. Over.
Yes, sir. Well, we just want that 3, a token amount, but it does exactly what we need it to do. And if you're running the compressor at a 3 and you're running your ALC at 2/3, you will be at a 3 dB dynamic range, which means your average percent of peak modulation will be 80 to 85%, Roger. And that's nice and full. If you can make it fatter than that, but what happens when you make it fatter than 3 dB is that words start to blur, and you don't want that. You want crystal clear words, but loud, and that's where you are, Roger?
Roger. Yeah, like your audio has just got very crisp and clear articulation, so whatever you're doing is what I'd like to do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, like I say, it starts with you looking at your ALC, and the ALC is the Bible for that radio, and you want to run that ALC at 2/3. That is the sweet spot, Roger?
Roger. Now there's the whole issue of the TX equalization on this radio. I think it's got 18 bands of EQ on it.
All right, let's go to your EQ real quick. What you need to do is you want to be flat between 400 and 1.6 K. All of the controls between 400 cycles and 1.6 K should be in the flat mode. Roger?
Okay, Roger. I'm not familiar with this screen here. Hold on just a second. Okay, yeah, it's got... I'm now in the format pass mode, and that's probably not where I want to be. It's got everything flat except for 1.2 and 1.5K, which has got quite severely attenuated. Probably doesn't sound that good.
Well, I would say the first thing would be to flat all of the controls between 400 cycles and 1.6K. All those should be flat. And then what we want to do is on our treble EQ, we want to get up there about 2.7K and push that at about 5 or 6 clicks. And can you vary the width of your EQ?
No, it's not a parametric equalizer. So I just boosted the 2.7 plus 3 dB. Over.
All right, take that 2.7 on up there to, what's your max out on 2.7?
Plus 6, and that's what it's at right now.
All right, you're still hot in your mids, so I would take what is the frequency range of the one below that 2.7?
2.4.
What is the one, around 1K?
Yeah, there's 0.9, 1.2, 1.5, 1.8, 2.1.
Okay, that 0.9 to 1.8 or whatever that is, those should be back maybe 3 or 4 dB. I don't know why you're really up in the mid-range, but we do need to pull those back just a little bit. Roger?
All right, well, I boosted the 2.7 to plus 6. Did you want me to actually take it down?
No, leave that one.
Okay. All right, so there's the 0.9 down 3 dB. And now there's the 1.2 down 3 dB in addition. And now the 1.5 is down 3 dB. So now 0.9, 1.2, and 1.5 are all down 3 dB.
Roger. Now, just out of curiosity, what's happening at 200 cycles?
Let me engage the audio scope here.
I'm sorry, what are your readings at 200 cycles?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking. It actually on the EQ. The first is 300 cycles. Is the lowest band on here.
Is that right? 300 cycles. That's your lowest EQ point for bottom?
Well, I'm not. Because it's funny because it says 0 and then 0.3. So I don't know what 0 is. I think I guess that's its overall gain.
But you're at 0.3 is the lowest EQ point, Roger?
Roger.
And it's at 0?
Yeah, it's at 0.
I moved that up 2 clicks out of curiosity.
All right, that's up now at 2 dB. The 0.3 is up at plus 2 dB.
All right, and are you maxed out at your 2.7 treble? Are you maxed out at 2.7?
Yes, I am, but there's also 2.4 and 3.0, and I could boost those as well.
All right, 2.4 plus 4. 2.4 plus 4.
Okay, 2.4 is now at plus 4.
All righty, and tell me about the best thing you like about your radio.
Well, as I said before, the receiver is just phenomenal. It's just really quiet, and the filtering is fantastic. So, hands down the receiver. Over.
All right. What type of mic is that you're using?
Yeah, I'm using a Kenwood MC60, which I realize is, I've used much better microphones, but this was just the easiest thing to plug in and try. So it's probably not the best mic. Over.
All right. Are you on axis to that mic?
Yes, I am.
And how far are you away from it?
About 3 inches.
All right. That sounds good. It just doesn't have quite the top end that I would like anyway. Roger.
Roger. Well, my guess is that's probably the microphone, and I know that I got to get deeper into the menus in this thing. I believe there is a way to expand my bandwidth in the sideband mode. I think up to 4 kilohertz bandwidth.
Yeah, you don't want to be in that. You want to be in the 100 to 2900 bandpass. We can make up the rest of it, but you need to be in that 100 to 2900. If you get wider than 2900, you have people coming to look for you with pitchforks.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, well, what it's telling me now, I'm looking at my audio scope, is that the low cut is 100, the high cut is 2900, and my bandwidth is 2800.
Okay, so can you take it to 29? Do you have a 100 to 2900 transferred bandpass setting?
Yeah, that's what I meant right now, is 100 to 2900.
Yes, sir, and you're full up at 2.7K.
Roger.
All right, I tell you what, take that 2.4 plus 3 clicks more. 2.4 plus 3 additional from where you are.
Okay, well, I have 2.4 maxed out now, which is plus 6 dB. I can also go up to, there's a 3 and a 3.3 kilohertz also.
On your EQ?
Roger.
Let's see, above 2.7, wait a minute. The one below 2.7, take it back to where it's only a plus 3 level. That you're starting to sound real kind of funky there. So we want to take that 2.4 back to just a plus 3 or something. Roger?
Roger. Got it back to plus 3 now.
Okay, and so above 2.7, what do you have?
I have 3, 3.3, 3.6, 3.9, 4.2, 4.5, 4.8, and finally 5.1.
All right, so the one above 2.7, take it up, max it out. 2.7, the one above 2.7, max it out, and let me hear you.
Okay, that's the 3 kilohertz. Now that's plus 6 dB. How does that sound?
All right, tell me about your antenna system.
Yeah, my my antenna system is very basic. It's half of a W9INN 160, 80, and 40 dipole that I'm using as in a sloper configuration. Over.
Alrighty, that control below 2.7, take it back to flat. The one below 2.7, take it back to flat.
Okay, that's the 2.4, and now I have that back to flat. Over.
Alrighty, I think that sounds pretty good. I think that sounds about the best. You know, you can EQ those upper frequencies, but they're not going to help you that much. 2.7 is the ideal hinge point at about a medium width as far as shaping of the EQ itself. So I think we've probably about maximized what we can do there, Roger.
Great. Well, that's wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and save this configuration.
Yes, sir, I would do that. And if you would like, check it out on our recording. If you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. Roger?
Great. Thank you very much, Jim. I will definitely do that, and I appreciate your time, and let you take care of somebody else. And you have a great weekend. KC9VKV, K9 Oscar Alpha.
Roger, Clark-73, sir. You have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend, and gosh, that's going to wrap it up for us. I see by the clock on the wall, there is a dead fly. Ooh. So we got to get out of here. Let me say 73 to all, and if you participated, want to hear your audio, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. So we'll say 73 all, and be returning this frequency back to normal amateur radio use. This is Kilo Charlie 9 Victor, Kilo Victor, clear.